नाउ स्टार्ट। अभी आपके पास रिकॉर्ड आ जाएगा, ऑटोमेटिकली कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा एंड देन यू उसको
Yes,
आप
thank you so much for this facility, sir. So I really am happy about it. So I'm so glad that I'm going to talk about filmmaking because I have a reason behind choosing this topic. Um, I was telling you that I'm a senior assistant professor in CBIT Hyderabad. Alongside, I also make films. I made 2 documentary films and a couple of short films. I'm not interested in short film making, though. I made 2 feature films. One is going to release. I'll show you my feature films posters. Yeah, this film I made titled Kaikeyi. Ram's mother Kaikeyi. So she's Amani, a famous film actor in South India, a national award winner. I made this film on suicides of intermediate students. In 2019, 25 students committed suicide in a single day in Hyderabad because their results were manipulated by different agencies. So I was so moved and then made a feature film. It got censored and then it is going to release soon in Amazon Prime. Before that, I stopped it because I wanted it to release first in theaters because I wanted this story to reach larger audiences and then go on OTT. So I also wanted to make this presentation because it's very easy to make a movie owing it to the digital revolution that we are living in, and all of us have smartphones with us with good megapixel cameras in them. So storytelling should be or should become a culture and part and parcel of our lives, I thought so. And this RC is on literature, and there are a lot of works of literature that were adopted to be great films, award-winning films from India. Indian writing in English contributed a lot to the world of films and filmmaking. If you look at the list here, works of fiction and their adapted films. Slumdog Millionaire, an Oscar award-winning film, was adapted from Vikas Swarup's Q&A, which was uh, made in 2005. Three Idiots, a fiction adapted from Chetan Bhagat's 5 Point Someone, 2004. Namesake fiction was adapted from Jhumpa Lahiri's same title, which came in 2003. So we, as English professionals, teachers, have every right to pen down our stories, localize this storytelling, and make short films. There are a lot of editing softwares online on your very much on your mobile phones, and put them into a story form and then show to students and then celebrate life. That is academic as well as visual. So yeah, so in the process, I would like to explain to my friends here how easy the filmmaking is. Yeah, all it requires before these professional stages of pre-production, production, and post-production, all it requires is a story. Sometime in one of the sessions, somebody asked, can every story be told on screen? No, every story cannot be told on screen because most of us uh, prefer living a life that is normal. हम normalcy को celebrate करते हैं, and but then time and fate takes us. It doesn't leave us, but takes us on a roller coaster. That we have a lot of problems in lives. We go through a lot of sudden jerks in life, and then we emerge out of it. So the process of emerging out of those problems and the conflicting elements will make your story very interesting. Which means if you don't have problems, if you don't have conflicts in your life cannot be made into a story. It's as simple as that. So Ramayan may, if Ravan was not there and if he had not taken Sita away, there wouldn't have been an interesting element in it. This is the world's best story. Modi ji said, before the puja in Ayodhya recently. So yeah, it's definitely a best story. The best story, another best story in India from epics is Mahabharat is full of layers, sub stories and sub stories, and every sub story and sub story is full of conflict. So that makes Mahabharat more dramatic and more interesting than Ramayana, according to a lot of script writers. So you need a story, that's the first thing. And even if the story is normal, okay, a biography sort of it, or autobiography sort of it, you can add twists and turns, add song and beauty and aestheticism to it, and then make it sound more melodramatic, cinematic, with the help of camera, production design and all that. So how we do that is something that we will look into it, by going through these three stages. First stage, pre-production. After having a script story, you get it registered. There are a lot of story registration guilds in Bombay and everywhere, almost in every state. Sorry. So you register it and then convert that into you know visual story. Visual story is nothing but screenplay, and you have scenes written there with dialogue and what happens in that scene, what conversations are there in that scene, and what drama happens in that scene is what is called screenplay. So after having a story and converted that into screenplay, all you need is a plan of production is what is called pre-production. Pre-production is divided into two major chunks. One is the cast, the other is the crew. Cast is who should play which role. Okay, these days, because of the mobile phones, I am very much tried and then seen success that I took my own students. I have started a club here in CBIT called Chaya, the film club of CBIT. And then CBIT is known for contributing film talent to Telugu films. Shekhar Kamula, who made Love Story recently, and then Neeraj Gewan, the director of some episodes of the celebrated web series um, in which Saif Ali Khan is there and Nawazuddin Siddiqui is there. Sacred Games. Sacred Games. A few of the web, were directed by our student Neeraj Gewan. He also made Masan. It got 5 minutes standing ovation. All these guys have have become filmmakers in our college. Therefore, I started this film club, giving them a platform to nurture that filmmaking talent. And we shot a lot of short films. We do a film festival and we do a film contest every year, just to make, because filmmaking is something that cannot be understood in separation with technology. So ours is a technological institute. So we thought we'll make good filmmakers out of the students that we have here. So yeah, so we depend on faculty members and students that are there in and around our college, and then cast them into our actors. And we choose, if somebody is good at taking photos, we tell them frame it like this, we want this character to stand here and all that, and then we pick him as a cinematographer. And then stories will be written, like real life stories. There are writers, and there is a director, somebody who can just guide where to stand, what to do, and how to start recording the scene, and where to cut. If you know that, you are a director. So somebody, a team leader sort of a person, can be a director. And since we are making it completely on mobile phone, you don't need much of a production, I mean, at least funds, except for chai pani, biscuit and samosa. So you don't need real producers. You can just spend from your pocket money. So yeah, somebody who can do drawing and painting and some color, adding color to the frames, can be your production designer. And then you can get them on board, and your crew is ready. You have a camera person, you have a team leader, you have somebody who can get you tea and snacks, and you have somebody who can add aesthetic value to your frames. So you have your cast and crew ready. Then you need a location recce. So you have to find out which location is more suitable. A water body near you, uh, a jungle, greenery, vegetation, or houses. You can try and shoot films in your own houses and friends' houses. If you want something grandeur, you can request, use your communication skills, and then get their houses, given, for a day or two, and then get locations done. Yeah, so you're almost done with your pre-production, but everything you have to keep on paper. That is a beauty in filmmaking. If you keep on paper and the paper is held in the hand of the director, he will have clarity and save a lot of time in rolling out and telling the story. When you go on location with your cast and crew, that moment you start your production. Production's time is reduced these days to, because production is where you spend a lot of time, because you have tens and hundreds of people on location, working in sync with each other, and to get the best output, visual output. So the more the planning, the better your production will be, is what we believe. So yeah, we have to cut on the production costs and time, have a better planning, go on location. Uh, all you have to do is just take a chalk piece that you use for teaching students, draw some lines, tell your actors, don't move beyond this, because I'm putting the camera. If you move little more, you will cross the camera frame. And you draw certain lines, ask the character to move from left to the right to 2 feet, right to backwards 1 feet, and then come back in a circle and stand here, then I will cut. You should be able to tell them. That's called blocking. You put the light and then you block, you say action. That's the procedure for people to make movies on location. Block the moment, bounce light, block the moment, and narrate. This is the line I want all my friends, teacher friends, to remember. Bounce the light, because we make films with light. Like pen में ink कैसा होता है? Without ink you can't write, without light you can't shoot. So like how the ink is to a pen to write a story, light is to a camera to tell a story visually through film. So that much simple it is to understand that you need light, and people put filters, manipulation of lights, and they put 100 lights and look like they have used only one light. It gets softer. So if you lay your hands on making films, you would know all, taught to yourself, and then you will become a better filmmaker. So light, bounce light, block movement of your characters, and narrate is as easy as it is said. I mean, if only you just try and then make a film. So once you get all the shots for one scene, you might need tens of hundreds of shots. It depends on how well you trained your actors. So if you have some rehearsal in the background done, you will save a lot of time, and actor will not take many shots. There are instances where one actor took 60 shots. We were utterly confused which one to take as a best shot. So we then use our decision making, and then take a better one and then put it in the editing. So we'll take all the better shots and write a list while shooting itself, and then pick out all the file numbers we write, and then selected shots, and then put all the selected shots into the editing software, and then we roll, and here and there we'll add a transition, and here and there we add sound, music, and then we roll, add credits in the front and the back, and then roll and tell a story. So yeah, so post production is something that involves editing, adding sound, doing a little bit of color gradation to make it look better, and ambience sounds, special effect sounds, and graphical effects, visual effects. If you want some effect to be added because somebody said a great dialogue and it should come like a thump, you can add that thumping sound to that dialogue and it will be registered on the minds of your audiences. So those visual effects, sound effects, music, background music it's called, and color gradation to make the film as an eye feast to your audiences, and all will be made by taking cool time out during the post production process. And yeah, after you get the print out, you can just show the film in your own house. Every one of us, I mean almost all of us, have flat screens at home, good sound system. You can call your own relatives, friends and colleagues and students, and then show the movie to every one of them. You sit in the back and then observe how they are receiving it and reacting to it, and you will have all the fun, I'm sure about it. So one thing just I would like to conclude by saying is, yeah, we are living in a very very radical phase right now. Thanks to COVID-19, it redefined the visual culture that we all are involved in: binge watching web series, movies, lot of visual stuff on YouTube, and OTTs offer short films also these days. So you can, if you think your short film has come out well, you can send it to Z Network or Amazon Prime or Hotstar. They buy short films also, and then you can start earning money too. And then if you have a channel of your own on YouTube, if it has 2,000 subscribers, getting subscribers for teachers is no big deal because we have students under us. So you can ask your students to subscribe and then watch your content, and then you can monetize and then have a second income too. I'm just okay, kidding, but yeah, it's true. It's possible that teachers can find different safe and creative havens for their new and redefined existence on digital platforms, and on visual culture and visual storytelling. So yeah, I just would like to thank you and then tell something from the Mahabharata, my favorite dramatic epic. That there is this, sir. Can I do I have time, sir? I'll take 2-3 minutes and then close.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. In Mahabharata, there is during the Aranya Parva. I mean, during when Pandavas go to forest, uh, Yaksha uh, kills all the four brothers of Dharmaja, and then Dharmaja goes in search of them, and then encounters Yaksha, and Yaksha tells him, "If you can answer all my questions, I'll make your brothers live again." He says, and then Dharmaja gets ready, and Yaksha asks a lot of questions, and um, asks this particular question. He asks, "What is life, and what is this world?" And then Dharmaja answers like, "This world is all a Maya." I mean, on a nice, afternoon time like this, Lord Vishnu had a nap and then had a dream in which he imagined all these lokas and this bhulok and all as existed, and then there are people, and there are lives and dharma, karma, moksha, and all that. So it is something that is never existed. So it is just happening something in the dream of the Paramatma. So and it was uh, reiterated by one of the Nobel laureates, physics researcher, said, "I wasted my life researching or exploring something that never existed. The physical what do you call the matter never existed, or it is all illusion, or that we have the earth and we have life, we are people and we are matter and we are physical. No, we are not. Therefore, what I'm saying is that from Mahabharata anecdote, from this Nobel laureate's example, is that we are an illusion. And when we take pictures with a camera and then add movement to them, it will create another illusion that by sitting in the back rows, we feel like we are the creators. Aham Brahmasmi. And then we celebrate life by being creative people. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I am ready if anybody has any queries or anything. Thank you.
Any question?
What is the name of your short film, sir?
I have lots of short films, ma'am. I'll put on.
No, the one that you showed, no, about the suicide. 25 children have committed suicide.
That one is not short film, ma'am. That is a feature film. If you permit me, I'll show the trailer of that feature film, sir. Is that okay, sir?
Yeah.
It is just 2 minutes.
संजीव सर सर हम लोग की सब जो मीटिंग
Yes, I remember Kaikeyi, right?
Kaikeyi, sir. Kaikeyi.
Yes, now I remember.
मीनाक्षी 1 मिनट रुक जाएगा ना, इनका हो जाता है।
हो गया सर। एक
Sai Navin Nimagada, MBBS MD, cardiologist.
Sorry, it doesn't have subtitles. Please try to get the emotion.
Vintuntene Pollata Pulakristundi. Sai Navin Nimagada, MBBS MD, cardiologist. Vintuntene Pollata Pulakristundi.
కొట్టగానే ర్యాంకులిచ్చే చీని వీడురా కొట్టగానే సిక్సులిచ్చే చిరంజీవిరా సాయిగాడు తోపు సాయిగాడు తోపుగాడు రగులుతున్న నిప్పు నీకు దమ్ము ఉంటే ఆర్పో
అమన్ రణధీరా ఫ్రమ్ ఖైరతాబాద్.
బాగా చదువుకున్న వాళ్ళంతా అమెరికాకి వెళ్ళిపోతున్నారు, చదువులేని వాళ్ళంతా ఇలా చచ్చిపోతున్నారు.
Next month exam lo నువ్వే ఫస్ట్ రావాలి with 99%. ప్రతిసారి నువ్వే ఫస్ట్ రావాలి.
మంచి ర్యాంక్ వస్తే మంచి కాలేజీలో సీట్ వస్తుంది. అదే ఫస్ట్ ర్యాంక్ వస్తే దేశంలోనే టాప్ మనం కోరుకున్న కాలేజీలో సీట్ వస్తుంది.
I failed in my life.
96% పెట్టుకొని ఫెయిల్ ఏంట్రా? ఉన్నగాడికి 66%. వాడే ఫీల్ అవ్వట్లేదు.
I was born to bowl, but made to bat.
ప్రతి సమస్యకు చావు పరిష్కారం మారా. వాడి ర్యాంక్ అని కాల్చుకొని తింటున్నారు. ఎమోషనల్ బ్లాక్ మెయిలింగ్ చేస్తున్నారు. మనం చేయలేని పనులు మన పిల్లలు చేయాలి అనుకోవడం చాలా పొరపాటు.
So that was a trailer, sir. Sorry, sir.
Maximum expectation by the parents.
Yes, sir. This is a disease in Telugu states, especially. We either push children for doctor or for engineer. ये दोनों ही चल रहा है.
In every state, I think in Kerala also it is like that.
Really, madam? Okay.
Yes.
I was really shocked when 25 people died in 2019, ma'am. So
Sir, I think when I saw the trailer, I could feel that emotions that you were trying to convey. No, it's so depressing, that's
Yeah.
Yes, language was not needed, sir.
yeah.
Language was not needed. It is very...
जब उसको सक्सेस मिला तो उसको इतनी मिठाइयाँ और खुशियाँ दे दी कि वो बेचारा दूसरे टाइम परफॉर्म करने में यदि लूज हुआ तो चला ही जाएगा डिप्रेशन में।
Right, right.
वैसी हुआ सर, स्टोरी भी वही है सर। आई एम सो
वही,
हैप्पी यू गॉट इट, यू गॉट द जिस्ट ऑफ इट। विजुअल्स वही है ना सर, विजुअल्स themselves are a language sir. We don't need a
Yes.
separate language separately, you know, अगर कोई डांस कर रहा है तो कौन सा भाषा में डांस करता है सर? डांस itself is a language. Similarly, films and visuals images are itself a language, so we don't need you know, language left for that. Visual culture itself has a separate
इसमें
language.
आपने जितना लैंग्वेज उसकी कौन सी लैंग्वेज थी तेलुगु में?
तेलुगु थी सर, तेलुगु थी।
तेलुगु
sir.
लैंग्वेज थी लेकिन समझ में आया।
हाँ सर।
Very-
Very nice film, sir.
Nice, nice
Thank you, ma'am.
work,
Do you
sir.
have any questions?
Nice presentation.
Sir, will you put subtitles also?
Which yes, the main
Yes.
film that I got censored done as
Andoju,
subtitles, ma'am.
रिकॉर्डिंग को पॉज कर
ठीक है sir.
सर एमपी और यूपी में भी दिस थिंग हैपन, तो यहाँ पर यूपीएससी पीएससी के लिए होता है ये सारा।
होता है ना।
इन सुसाइड केस भी बहुत होते हैं सर, जब वो सक्सेस नहीं हो पाते हैं